Ame is secretly spamming this hero right now, and you should too. So PA has been gone for a long time, but recently a lot of pro players are actually spamming this hero. As for the reason for the pick, you can see the enemy has the Ursa and the Enchantress, which means that both of them are right-click heroes, which actually favors the PA slightly more until he gets the MKB. And so immediately we're going to be starting in the laning phase, which is against the Enigma and the Hoodwink. And watch how Ame prioritizes the enemy's Eidolon in order to win the lane. Each Eidolon that he kills will give a lot of XP that will eventually stack up in the long run. And so now you can see that not even 1 minute has passed and he's already prioritizing the Eidolons at the very start of the lane. And the reason for this is, against summoning heroes like Enigma and Beastmaster, you want to kill their boar and Eidolon in order to get an edge in levels. And it is also worth it to spam the spells on the summons. And so the moment Ame almost reaches level 2, he preemptively make the call to jump on the Enigma right before the range creep dies in order to hit his level 2. And you can see that this is how aggressive you can be in the lane even against 2 ranged heroes that will usually harass you in the long run. So it's a pretty interesting mechanic, as you can see how 2 melee heroes overthrows the ranged enemy heroes. And you can also see how aggressive that he needs to be in the lane in order to get an advantage by getting a hero kills. And you can see once you chip the enemy down, you want to take advantage of it by constantly jumping on them. As you can see how the Undying hide in the trees for the PA to jump him and secure the first blood easily. And when 5 minutes nighttime came by, the Enchantress came to gank them. And the way Ame plays the situation is as if he's on the edge.
Heal us.
7 minutes in and he actually made his first rotation the moment he reaches level 6. And you can see that he does this trick of finishing the bottom lane and then twin gating to the top lane to join team fights and be an active carry with his level 6 ult. This is actually a pretty smooth transition into the team fight, as Pia herself can't really farm the jungle unless she gets the Battle Fury first. And you can see how much impact Ame does in the map by securing the top lane for the offlaner.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower needs some.
So after the big fight, they secured the top tower and the PA stayed at the top lane as it is the most safest place to farm in the game. And the reason for that is because the bottom lane is a dead lane and there is also the enemy team wanting to pressure the tower, and the Enigma has Black Hole and is very eager to use it. Knowing this, Ame knows that he's not strong enough to stay in the bottom lane, that's why he started farming the top lane. And so that's how his laning stage ended at 7 minutes. And so the rough part about playing Phantom Assassin is that he doesn't really have any much farming tools like other heroes, such as Alchemist Acid Spray, TA Sideblade and Melt, and Ursa's Fiery Swipes. And that's the thing about PA, as his farming tools is non-existent until he gets his Battle Fury. And so from here you can see that the Ursa was actually desperate for creeps as well, which makes the PA want to jump him. And while jumping on him, he actually got to eat a Laguna and a Black Hole for free. Despite AFK farming in the top lane, he is still the top net worth, and once he got his Battle Fury, it is basically time to clear the Ancients. But that is not until he sees an opportunity where the Nyx can set up a kill for him.
It's just not fair.
And I also like to show the right moment when the carry players join a team fight. As he is AFKing farming the top side of the map with his Battle Fury, that's why he sees a team fight happening and he knows it's time to go.
Dire's middle tower is under pressure. Dire's middle tower is drowning. I only go to sleep.
And so one of PA's signature item is a Desolator. And immediately you can see that the Nyx actually caught the Enigma, which is the enemy core offlane hero. And so he obviously deleted the hero and he immediately made the call to jump onto the Roshan using the Twin Gate. And so you can see that this is how he actually takes advantage of opportunity from kills like this. They end up killing the Roche with a Magnus and a PA. She is pretty much as scary as a Templar Assassin the moment she gets a Desolator. And so one of the things that you can miss in this type of game is how bloodthirsty you need to be the moment you're holding the Aegis. So within that 5 minutes, you basically want to fight anyone you see, and it is pretty much worth TPing to any lane that has an enemy hero show in the map just even for a slight second. And that is exactly what happens, as you can see that the Radiant just immediately jump and dive into them, not giving a shit as they know that they are strong outside the base with the Aegis. And so in order to instill the fear of map control, you can see that they are just constantly running down whenever they see the hero popping out in the map, like the Enigma in the bottom lane. And here you can see that Ame is just basically camping out their base, wanting to jump on them whenever they walk out of their base even in the sliders, willing to take the fight in any shape or form. And if the enemy aren't coming out, you can just take the towers as well. And so this is one of the moments where you can see that Ame is being super aggressive while having the Aegis. And take note that he just only got his BKB as well. As he was trying to run away, the Enigma actually committed his black hole onto the PA with Aegis and the BKB. And so while not wanting to use his BKB while he is low on health, as you can see that he immediately popped his BKB wanting to fight them. I apologize in advance for this footage being a bit laggy. So this is actually one of the moments of why they said that you shouldn't take a fight whenever your BKB is on cooldown. Earlier before this, Ame basically used his BKB to survive, but he decided to stick around, not knowing that that would be his next death. You can see that the enemy spam all the spells on him, and that's why you begin to wonder if you should have played safe and wait for the BKB before you start fighting again. But his team got some return kills on the enemy Ursa and the Hook Wing, but it's not really that nice of a death when the highest net worth hero dies. And if you're watching until this far in the video, make sure you like and subscribe, cause I need it for real. And so from here you can see that the Radiant actually took a team fight as Ame got his new item on Scout Basher, and watch how he plays it.
Dire's top tower is about to take the plunge.
And so there's actually a few things I want to point out about Ame's behavior in this team fight. And the first thing you see that the Lina HP was actually low, and he's actually super patient into not wanting to jump into the Lina, and he's actually willing to risk it and let the enemy Lina cast his spells on his allies, risking his team dying. So what you can learn from here is that you can always prioritize making the right play, as that is really all that matters. And also a quick note that he's also patient enough to know that he doesn't have to pop his BKB for that team fight. And so right now we can see the Radiant hitting the high ground. The PA is empowered and his teammate puts a banner on him. And watch how he plays his high ground siege.
Tower is about to take the plunge. Dire's middle tower is under pressure.
So this fight was actually pretty interesting by Ame. You see, so despite having a 30k net worth in lead, you can see that the Ursa actually dived into the Undying, and the PA actually contemplated on wanting to jump the Enchantress or the Ursa. But instead he actually waited for the right time for the RP to come out, but that's where the Enigma came in as well. But sadly for this is that the Enigma was only level 12, and so for the Ursa he already used his Enrage, which actually means it doesn't mean much once he gets Abyssal Blade and he gets deleted instantly, even while having the BKB. And that's all for today, and I'll see you next one.